All right, kiddos. This is Mr. Creech, still figuring out how to assemble all of these components. One thing I think I did just to simplify it for myself, I didn't actually use any joints. I just took each piece, each body that I had, which you'll see bodies over here, and I would click on a body, or I would go to assemble and hit new component, and then I would hit from bodies, and then I would select one of my bodies. And then what it would do, it would make it into a component. And now when I click on, my components are all color coordinated here. When I click on my component, I can then move the component around. And if I want to, like, essentially all I've done is just moved each of these components in the place where they need to be. And they're not really joined or anything, but you can kind of see. I might need to like rotate this blue piece a little bit. But then what I'm going to do is with this component, I'll click on here and just go to move. And then it'll give me controls where I can then shift everything around. Let's see if I can like try to fit this last piece in. So I might use this, straighten it up, and then so we'll bring it around, and then press enter, and then what I can do is just select that, and then should be able to move it. And then basically I'm just kind of using the gosh, what is this called? Control to make sure I get this as close as possible. And it takes a little bit of practice, making sure your X, Y, and Z axis, everything is correct. And this kind of simplified it for me. The ultimate goal of this is to kind of form an isometric view of your product. So I think if you're moving each component into each other for the most part, that should be able to accomplish that task. This last piece here, I'll have to just like focus on getting the angle correct. Let's see. I can go to move it here. Let's see this change. Then it's just kind of going back around and checking to see, make sure I can get them as close as possible. Yeah, and I'm still working on figuring out how to create joints. I might get to that, but I wanted to show you an alternative to something you can do, just moving the actual components themselves. And then I still need to fix this, but that'll allow you to have your isometric view. And I'm going to have to change this angle a little bit. Which, you know, it's not perfect, but gets it pretty close. And then what I would probably do next is take screenshots of this model, and you'll use this for your isometric view of your product. Let's see. If you're able to use the assembly and create joints, then fantastic. But since we're a little bit on a time crunch here, I could also give you this option. Let's see. Yeah, there's still some issues with the large wide side. But you get the idea. All right. Take a quick screenshot, put that in that last bit of criterion B. Should be good to go.